Hello and good evening. Welcome to the top five on fancy football. My name is Philip Unugo, or you can call me Omo Fields. And you can find us at Fancy Football on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. With me on the show this evening is no other than the Sport Bishop. The Sport Bishop, good evening.
Good evening. How you doing today?
Uh,
What a week that's been.
oh, we lost the Sport Bishop at the beginning of the show. Okay, yeah, he will join us pretty soon. Okay, I guess he's back. Let's see. Hello, Sport Bishop. Okay, I think the Sport Bishop will join us pretty soon. So we all know what the top five is all about. The top five European leagues, best European leagues, top five European leagues in in Europe. Um, and this week, we all know that we are going round the top five leagues in Europe, which is the Premier League, the Spanish La Liga, the German Bundesliga, the Italian Serie A, and finally the French League on. Um, eh, you can see that we have the fixtures of the Premier League on our show. Okay, the Sport Bishop is back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me too?
I hear you now. Okay. So, like I said, how are you doing? I hope you are good.
Uh, I'm good. Thank you very much for having me. It's always a pleasure to be part of the show. Thank you very much.
Okay. Quickly, news just broken this afternoon from Manchester United, from the angle of Manchester United, that their top striker, who has been on a streak, rich scoring form, Rasmus Holland, has picked up a muscle injury during training and is out of this game, or is out for 3 weeks. So, what do you think about that? Is he? I guess he will be a big miss for the Red Devils in this weekend fixture and the subsequent fixtures to come.
Absolutely. The player has been a super player. Unfortunately, he had a slow start in life in the Premier League. Struggled to score goals in the Premier League, but was firing goals in the Champions League. As we speak, no player has scored more goals than he has in the Champions League, despite the fact that Man United have crashed out of that competition. But the boy has come good. 6 goals in six, becomes the fastest player to score in 6 consecutive games in the Premier League. The youngest player, I beg your pardon, to score in 6 consecutive games. He's got 8 in 8. And it seems that every time he plays, he seems to get goals from Manchester United. Unfortunately for Man United, the likes of Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, not forgetting Garnacho, that goals seem to have dried up, but the boy seems to be the man who is have been dragging them to victory in recent times. So sad news, like you did say, he'll be out for 2 to 3 weeks. The coach say it's not that serious, but come on. For a team like Man United who wants to play Champions League football come next season, this is not the kind of news you want to hear. Actually, at this time, it's in a high range of form. Who knows? He could come back from injury and then he may not be the player he was before he went there. So sad news for Man United, but come on, a big blow to their top four aspiration, but it's just 3 weeks. Hopefully, he comes back stronger and better because
Yeah.
he's becoming the main man. I heard Fabregas say the guy plays like Ruud van Nistelrooy. Maybe not there yet. That's high praise coming from the top player, but I think the guy can score goals, and it looks like the Scandinavians in recent times have produced some kind of strikers. They're unplayable. We talked about Haaland and Man City, and now Rasmus Highland.
Okay. The injury list seems to be piling up for Manchester United. I think Lucio is out of the season.
Yeah, it was out.
Who else is on that injury list? What was his name? The Dutch left back also that was signed last season also. Uh,
Is it
was
I'm trying to
was
remember his name.
uh, oh
Malasia.
yes, Malasia. Tara
Malasia is
Malasia is
out as
out as
well.
well. Um,
Absolutely.
so the
So
injury
they've got
list
some
again.
injury worries.
Yes, the likes of
They're
Martial.
piling up. The
Yes, the likes of
Marshall,
Martial as
there's
well. The likes
Varane,
of yes, okay, Varane is
Varane as
in.
well.
Varane is in.
No, he's back. He's
Um,
struggled and he's returned.
he has been
I think the
struggling
back
also.
line.
Yes,
Martinez
we
as
have
well, the Argentine.
Martinez. Yeah, so
Yeah,
Wan
so yeah.
Bissaka also is out. So I think the injury list is piling up once more again. But that's football. That's all about. That's what football is all about. As a manager, as a team, you have to cope with the injury, and you have to come out and play football. That is what it is, whether we like it or not. Okay, quickly, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's look at the English Premier League this weekend. And in the Premier League, the top match for this weekend is no other than Arsenal and Newcastle. Um,
Mm.
before we look at that match, let's look at the top three itself. And if you look at our thumbnail out there, we ask this question. If you are watching us live, please we ask this question and we said who will win the Premier League, and we had the top three: Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man City. Man City dropped point last week. I think they should be City should be second
The
in that
second
table.
1 point, the 4 points, I believe Liverpool who won midweek. They played their game. The game was played today. They won midweek, so
Yeah,
they play the Carabao Cup final tonight. So they played their game earlier on. They spanked Luton Town by 4 goals to 1. So that
yeah.
gap has increased from 1 to 4. Man City would have to win to chop that gap to 3, and Arsenal want to win as well to chop that gap back to 2. So the race is up.
Okay, the race is on. So, who do you think at the end of the day, quickly, before we go into the full analysis of the top leagues, who do you think will win this league at the end of the day, looking at the runs of the team we have in the Premier League?
I, I think the favorite has to be, of course, it has to be Manchester City. I know you say no team have won the Premier League 4 times in a row, but come on, you can't argue with greatness. Pep Guardiola has built a team that is formidable. They've got the squad in depth. They've got the mentality because they've been in this position before. Remember how they crawled their way back last time to people Arsenal for the title. They understand what it means to play, especially at the back end of the season. See that the game against Chelsea is really game they've dropped points since the turn of the year. So Pep Guardiola and the good news about Man City that they've got some quality players returning in Kevin De Bruyne. Ellen Haaland is back with the goals, 3 goals in 2 games, and they seem to be in the right direction. Liverpool are not far away either. They're at the top of the table. I think they've had a good season so far. Liverpool, they're top of the table. They're in the FA Cup, they're in the Carabao Cup final. Don't forget, this is the final season for Jurgen Klopp. So there's an added motivation for the players to give their best and give their all in the game. But at the end of the day, we need to call it what it is. What it is that Liverpool want to end the campaign of Jurgen Klopp on a high, but we have to be realistic. And what is the truth about the whole issue? The truth is that Manchester City are favorites. They are the bookmakers' favorite to win the league. The squad in depth, the way they play, the coach they've got, they ooze quality. But I think Liverpool are also an outsider. They're second best in the league. I beg your pardon. And I mean Arsenal. Arsenal seem to be a good team. They know how to chase up the park, but they still lack something. I think we talked about that in last edition. I was in the review show of the Champions League where I talked about the fact that they need a striker to complete the puzzle. The puzzle is looking nice, but they need a top striker who can give them 25, 30 goals a season, and that can propel them. The over-reliance of Bukayo Saka, Trossard, the wingers, and of course, not forgetting Gabriel Martinelli. It's too much pressure. Gabriel Jesus have tried, they have failed. Maybe a striker can get them 25, 30 goals a season, and they can compete for the title. So far for me, I still think it's Man City's title to win. If they don't, it will be their loss. It will be up to them. But I think the firepower is there. They are favored by far. And we all know right now that Liverpool are struggling with a lot of injuries. Diego Jota is out. He's going to be missing. Curtis Jones is missing. Soboslai is struggling with fitness. You could see against Luton Town by a point. They were just a mistake away of dropping points. And Man City, whoever is missing or not, they still find a way to win games. We saw that last during the first round of the season. So I think Man City are still
They've
favorites, and
dropped,
I'll put my money on
they
Manchester
drop
City.
point. Yeah, you put your money on Man, but they've dropped point. So far so good among the top three this year.
Yeah,
I look at the running in for Man City. They will be playing Bournemouth this weekend, Man United next weekend,
yeah,
and they'll be playing Liverpool,
yeah.
which is a make. If they don't close the gap now between them and Liverpool, and they play that match away to Liverpool, and Liverpool thump them, that means they are out of the title race. That's one. They will play Liverpool,
Come on,
Brighton,
man! It
Arsenal.
can't be that. It can't be.
No.
It can't be
Look at
that
the
much.
fixtures.
One point.
Look at the
One
fixtures. Hold on.
point.
Look at the
Even if they
fixtures.
lose Liverpool, it's gonna be 4 points. There are a lot of
But,
games we
but,
played, man.
hold on. Look at the fixtures. Look at the fixtures. They are playing teams. I think outside Bournemouth. Bournemouth. They
Yeah,
will play Man United, which you think it will be
Yeah,
easy
and
for
then
them, which you think it will be easy for, but it's a local derby. And let me
it's
tell
a
you, local
Manchester derby.
derbies,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So Liverpool, Brighton away, Liverpool away, Brighton away, Arsenal at home, Aston Villa at home, Crystal Palace away. That should be easy for them. Luton Town at home, Spurs away, uh, Nottingham Forest away, Wolverhampton. A very tricky match. The way Wolves are playing now, if they continue like this, it will be hell for any team. So Wolverhampton at home, then Fulham away. Then they will end the season with West Ham at home. So that is their running. I look at
I'm
us. I
not
look at
saying that the
Arsenal.
run
No,
is
no, no, no.
easy.
I just want to look at read out the runs for these teams. Uh, Arsenal will play Newcastle tomorrow, which is also not an easy match for them as well. Looking at
Yeah,
what happened in the first league, Sheffield United away, uh, uh, Brentford at home, Chelsea as well, Man City, Luton, Brighton. So Aston Villa, Wolverhampton, Spurs, Bournemouth. They will play United in the second to the last game. So if that game will be they decide that means a lot will be said. I will play United at Old Trafford, and we know no matter how bad United are, they are teams they don't lose to at Old Trafford, and Arsenal is one of them.
yeah.
Uh, Everton at home, they will end with Everton at home. Then let's go to Liverpool and see. Liverpool have already played match in this league, and you look at them. Nottingham Forest away, Man City at home, which that should be on the 10th of March. Everton, Brighton at home, Sheffield United at home, Man United away as well. So that's also tricky for Liverpool, no matter what they think it will be. Crystal Palace at home, Fulham away, West Ham away, Spurs at home, Aston Villa at home, away also, sorry. Then Wolverhampton at home. So each of these teams are going to finish their last matches at home. All the three teams will finish it. But one thing in common with these three teams is that they're going to play a United side, either at home or away, and also they're going to play each other. I think they have to play each other as well. I don't know if okay, Arsenal have played Liverpool, so I don't know how that.
But
But
I'm
what
playing Man City.
yeah, Arsenal will play Man City, and Liverpool will play Man City. So I think with the United matches each of them have and Spurs the Spurs matches because all of them also have Spurs lined up for them. I think it's going to be a tricky season ahead in the last
I
match
think,
that we
like
have.
I said, it is tricky for both teams. But my Master has been in this position before. That's why I'm banking on what the quality of this Man City team. If you read out the games, I think the Man City has the toughest of the games. What I've read so far. But they've been here before and they've navigated their way past these games. It's
Yeah,
visible to the blind and not able to the deaf.
you know that it's
That's
always there's always one out of 10 that chance that you fall that
exactly, exactly.
there's
And
always
it
one
looks
out
like
of
Man
10.
United will be the king makers this time around. Because they would if they would determine who goes on with the APL title. I have that feeling as well, that gut feeling that Man United could be the king makers come the end of the Premier League season. Whatever depends on what whoever can get what against who. Especially Man United, who you don't know what they will turn up on the day they play so well, like how they did against Liverpool, and they can be so awful as like they did against Arsenal in the first leg. So we would wait and see how they turn up in these games. But Man City always remains the bookmaker's favorite every day of the week and twice on Sunday. The back line, the defense. I know imagine a team that does not have Grealish right now and
Yeah,
Gabriel, the guy they got from RB Leipzig. But they still
yeah.
look, comfy. They still look comfy. Might never have an injury problem here and there. They're all over the place. After with the injury issue to Thomas Partey, it took them time to discover information that got them ticking. They have to start playing, can have it, and then play
Also
more
don't
exactly.
forget there's a factor. There is a big factor. The Champions League is also a big factor because when your attention is divided, it's also yes they have a big squad. You can say that. But
Funny enough,
we've seen
because of
we've
the fact
seen
that
we've seen this Pep Guardiola team. Yes, we've seen this Pep
yeah,
Guardiola. They've won the league in the past 3 years. We've seen them out of the 7 years he has spent in City. There are some of the seasons. There are some of the seasons he has been there, and the team just crumbled towards the back end of the season. Yes, they want to emulate the United side. They've emulated the United side to win the league back to back. They want to do it in the fourth time in a row. But I just think that it's going to be difficult because they have other attentions elsewhere, like win the Champions League. They also want to win back to back. I think for me, it's going to be last season was a two-horse race. That was simple.
Yeah.
But this is tricky. This season is a three-horse race, and that's where it is very, very tricky. It's very, very tricky for City.
But they've been here before. That's my problem. Look at all the whole.
They've not been in a race when you have a three-horse race. Let's tell ourselves.
They've been in a race. Let me remind you. Let me remind you when they've been in a three-horse race. That's thing they had Liverpool flying high.
Yes.
And then Arsenal capitulated just a month to the end.
Arsenal flight high.
Arsenal capitulated a month towards the end. No, that season that Arsenal's Achilles heel always happens in March and April. And it happened that same season that Arsenal were all in the title contenders and they capitulated in March. They were dumped out of all the competition they were playing in that month of March.
Arsenal became in contention, because you don't remember that Arsenal has not been in the Champions League for the past almost 5 to 7 seasons. After all,
absolutely,
they've only been in contention in the league last season, and that was where they capitulated in March. They've only been in contention.
Anyway, like I said, there's a lot of permutation. We can draw a little permutation and look at it from the Liverpool point of view. There were times Liverpool were trying to win the league. They got 100 players, so that they did not win the league. But we don't match their favorites. The tools, they've got the gadgets, they've got the players, they've got the coach.
In this instance, they are slight favorites because anything can happen. And if you drop point at any time of this,
no, we know. We all know they can drop. Football is a crazy game. Defense is a funny game. Who would have thought that Leicester City, for the love of God, would win the league? And don't put the likes of Arsenal.
You always bring this fluke.
No, I do. I do because it's a fluke when it happens. It's a fluke. Who says that? Who says
big boys didn't come to play in that league and they took advantage of it?
That is what I'm saying. Who says that Arsenal cannot win the league next season and capitulate this season and capitulate next season? The Premier League is a foreign league. I've watched it for a long time and I rise. So I don't rule Arsenal out. I don't rule Liverpool out. Yeah. But if you ask me who my mother is, it's Man City, because why? They have done it over and over and over and over again. For Arsenal, we already know that Arsenal issue is that they flutter to deceive. They blow hot and blow cold. And at some point, you get to struggle. Ask yourself, you're not even sure which Arsenal team will talk. Look at the Champions League. How did I think that scored 11 goals in 2 games, played the full 90 minutes, and they don't get a shot on target? And their best chances came from set pieces.
That's why I said. I said so the other day. You were disagreeing with me. I said they are not built for the Champions League.
No, the Arsenal have their off days. If you follow Arsenal for a very long time, Arsenal have their off days. And this, you'll be like, come on, what kind of team is this? Who gave you guys the job?
You can't be having your off days. You can't be having your off days also.
Now, don't be surprised now. Arsenal will take this same photo. Arsenal will take this same photo team to the Emirates and give them a spanking.
And I keep saying,
I'm giving a spanking. I'm like, what's going on?
And I keep on saying that the way you approach away matches in the Champions League is different from the way you approach away matches.
Exactly.
That's why I say they are not built. Look at this. Look at the Real Madrid side. No recognized defender, but they still went on to win a match. It shows that the team is built for the Champions League, irrespective of who plays here and there against some teams and against the other teams.
You have to look at the opposition. Arsenal is playing a former champion. Madrid is playing who? I believe that they're going to be semi-final Champions League before. Come on,
let's move on. Let's look at the matches we have.
Let's look at the games anyway. Let's look at the games. I think for me the big game has to be Arsenal vs Everton. Newcastle, beg your pardon. Arsenal want to respond.
Yeah, go ahead. Looking at the match, looking at the match between Arsenal and Newcastle, a very tricky match, and knowing that if City goes to Bournemouth and pick up a win or pick up a point, they need to pick up a win at Bournemouth. And playing Bournemouth this season away is also tricky as well, because we've seen them pick up some bonus point left, right, center. Bonus point, I will call it. So bonus point, I will call it, from big teams left, right, center. Looking at that game, City could go to Bournemouth and win at the 3 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. Then opening that gap between them and Arsenal, which is just for me, I think that gap should be um
4 points.
uh
If they win,
no, it should be
four
one.
points.
Is I think yes, that gap should be one
It's one
point.
point now. If they
1 point.
win,
Yeah.
4 points.
So if they win 1 point, they will open the gap a little bit. Then Arsenal have to respond
Yeah,
at the end of it. So why do you think
yeah.
Arsenal should approach that match, knowing that in the first leg of this match ended in the controversial circumstances when we thought that everybody thought that the ball was out, and the referee and the VAR deemed that the ball was in.
They
So
turned the
what
blind
just
eye. No, they
you
didn't
say
deem the ball was a. Let us be sincere. They turned the blind eye. They said it was not conclusive. No, English is a crazy word. Not conclusive to prove that the ball was in or out, so they let it go again. And I think Atlanta is too. I think Atlanta should approach the game not as a revenge, but a response to what happened in the Champions League. Newcastle are not in the right places. They've got a lot of injury worries as well. Callum Wilson is not available. Isaac is also not available. The injury worries is piling up for them as well. Without our mind, Newcastle is worse. The fact that they're even playing teenagers, most of the teenagers are having a run of games in the Newcastle team.
Yeah.
So for me, Arsenal should take that game. Should be see for one reason. When Arsenal will lose a game, I don't know. I have this gut feeling. Like I told you last week, I said Arsenal would not have an issue with that game, and everybody like no, and they did it because it was a mauling. I said we got playing at the Emirates against Newcastle. Arsenal will get the job done. We know the teams Arsenal struggle against. Come on, not Newcastle at the Emirates Stadium. I think the record of Arsenal at the Emirates, Newcastle at the Emirates Stadium is impeccable. Remember that 4-2 victory, that 5-2 victory when Marco scored a hat trick. They've got a good record at Emirates Stadium, but I think. In the league, like you said, they apart from what happened in Champions League, that blemish in 2024, it's been a year to remember for Arteta. They started on like a house on fire, and they want to respond. So, I think Arsenal have got enough firepower. They should get out 3 points in this one. The defense looks solid. Apart from that goal that they considered, I don't know how Ryan missed. I don't know. Maybe you have to explain to us how he didn't get that ball, but it's simple. Arsenal would have to respond. I think they have enough firepower.
I will explain to you how he didn't get that ball because he was off his line, a little bit off away from his line. So that's why.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I think Arsenal have to respond.
Okay, Arsenal have to respond. So
but the big game in England has big game in England has been the Carabao Cup final, the EFL Cup final between Chelsea and Liverpool. That is the game.
Yeah, but let's put that aside. The thing will come to that later. Let's concentrate on the EPL first of all.
On the league.
So, Brighton, Everton, Crystal Palace, Burnley, Manchester United, Fulham. So, what do you think about these 3 games quickly? Brighton, Everton first.
I think Brighton should win. Everton are all over the place. I think Brighton are distracted. I'm obviously sincere. The issue of the pitch is affecting the issue in the pitch. Don't forget they are still appealing the 10-point deduction they got earlier this season. Everton, yes. They were listening to Sean Dykes and was talking about the fact that they wanted the 6 or 5 mission before the end of this month because it's affecting them on the pitch of play. Now they are off the relegation zone by just 1 point. If they had that tempo, they would be very free. But now they're like tiptoeing, and hoping that they get this tempo that was stolen from them, or like say taken from them by the FA. But wait and see. They've so far so good. I'm sincere. Sean Dykes has done a fantastic job with this Everton team for a team who are lacking investment. I think it's punching far above his way, but he did that with Burnley anyway. Not playing the best of football. Boring Burnley, but effective. Same thing now with Everton. They're soon becoming boring, but they are getting the point they need to stay up in the Premier League, which is the major priority of stakeholders and the owners of the club. But I think Brighton should win. Brighton are traveling to the Amex,
remember these fixtures last season? Remember these fixtures last season that was played in the midweek between Everton and Brighton, and Everton, which we thought they were going down at that time, at that period of the season. They just hammered
used the game to start their comeback. Exactly. But this Brighton side is a different Brighton side altogether. But let's say they are coming from a 5-0 drop in their last game in the Premier League. They have an informed Simon Adingra. Danny Welbeck, Danny Boy, like I love to call him, is scoring goals. Not forgetting that man, Joao Pedro. Ludo is missing, but you see, Pedro is missing, but they're not missing him a lot.
This Brighton side only have 2 wins in their last 5. 2 wins in their last 5.
I agree. But you are as good as your last game. The issue why they drop points in those games were injury problems. There were injury problems. Remember, there was no Joao Pedro. I think that was not today. I think I was playing the African Cup of Nations. But remember, was also missing. They struggle with injuries, but the players are back now. After the night, them with the players.
Absolutely. So let's see what will happen tomorrow. So Crystal Palace. This is a relegation fight between Crystal Palace and is this a relegation fight? Yes, I think it's a relegation fight.
It's Crystal Palace relegation fight. It's not the fact that the fact that it's not that bad though.
It's not that bad. But
not that bad team.
One win, one draw in the last 5. I think.
Yeah. But have a new manager in Glassman. They've let go. Sorry, they didn't let go. And Rahati resigned. He said, I can't take it anymore. And they got a new coach. This coach is quite experienced. He's won the Europa League before with Eintracht Frankfurt. Yeah. He plays good football. I must tell you, what Frankfurt play. The guy plays expansive football. I don't see. No matter what, I can't put Crystal Palace in the battle. They've got too much quality that is to battle in regulation. I think they'll be fine at the end of the day. They'll be fine at the end of the
day. In the next 3 games, they will be pushed there.
But that's why I say they'll be fine at the end of the day. They'll get the job. See, the team that has Mateta, Jordan Ayew, Ebere Cheze, Michael Olise shouldn't be where they are now. I know injury has not been kind to them with Olise. Olise is out. Ebere Cheze is out. But come on, they should have enough to stay afloat. Enough to stay afloat.
With Spurs not playing this weekend, with Spurs not playing the Premier League this weekend, they'll be resting.
Yeah.
Attention is drawn to the likes of Man United and Aston Villa, who are battling for the top 4. Man United will be at home to Fulham. And Fulham, let me see. Sorry, guys. I'm finding it difficult to. Okay, I think Aston Villa should be playing where Aston Villa should play the Nottingham Forest at home as well. So Aston Villa United, will be all I will be on them. Villa at home. I think that should be. I think
Aston Villa should expect a tough game.
Yes, because
a very tough for Aston Villa.
He scored last week.
He has going to be scoring goals for this Nottingham Forest team, but that's the 50th goal of the season, if I'm not mistaken. He will score goals for Nottingham Forest, but the problem is we didn't have enough to skip them. Last week was enough, but this season they've lost so many players. Akite, they've lost Sergio some other players to other leagues in Europe, and I think it's going to affect them. And when he will always get you 10 goals a season, I'm sure that's in the Premier League. He will get you 10 goals. This is a guy that struggles for service. I think that chance he scored last weekend was the only chance that was created for him. He knows he will be strong, and that's why he needs to be very focused, alert, and be clinical in front of goal. It will be tough against Aston Villa. They won't have much of the ball. Aston Villa will do much of the playing. They play. See, I don't watch Aston Villa play. For once, I think Arsenal were too hasty with the show of sacking on Emery. They play good football, man, and I want to see what Aston Villa will bring. So it's going to be a tough game, but I think Aston Villa playing at the Villa Park will have enough to overpower them. But Man United is Fulham, potential banana peel, Willian. Not forgetting Rodrigo Muniz, who's on fire.
I don't think they will get anything in Old Trafford. I think it's so difficult to beat United.
It is Man United.
No,
it is not Manchester City.
There's no potential. There's no potential banana peel.
Did you see what happened against Tottenham?
Crying out loud. No. See. I think modern day football fans, they keep disrespecting United, and I will say it. And let me call it what it is.
It's the truth. See,
it's not the truth. It's not the truth. A team that has been relegated twice in the Premier League because the team got illicit funds from the sheikhs. Well, let me use this word. I want to use this word now for those of us that are out there. And I'm not saying if you say
you're not sounding like the English press.
Yes, I have.
They'll not tell you that they spot one.
A team
that
got you have to see. You can't, and that is why we are here. We are talking about football, and we are still talking about the United. You can't take away United from English football, and that's why they will be.
We can't take it away, but even the elections of Man United are saying something that I'm saying, and
yes, but let's look at their last.
No disrespect to Manchester United.
Let's look at their last 5 matches. All wins in their last 5. Yes, there might be
all those 5 matches. Yes, all those 5 matches are what you do
as a team. What is United player. He wasn't borrowed from somewhere. What you do as a team,
he's going to be missing today.
What you do as a team, he's going to be missing today. Somebody has to step up.
I have played a Fulham team who's also boosted with confidence. They've got a Marco Silva coach that is flying right now.
Where are they in the
Fulham
league?
are flying right now.
In the league, they are not flying. They are not flying. 2 wins.
Do you expect them to play European football? Fulham,
wins.
with the quality of players they have,
No, 2
just
wins.
playing
hold on.
European football.
2 wins and 2 draw. I think they are not flying. But yes, a potential banana peel.
2 wins and 2 of 4 games in the Premier
it's
League.
so difficult for a Fulham side to go to Old Trafford and win. What was the last time
It
they
will
won?
be difficult.
Yeah.
I said it will be difficult. I'm not doubting it. But let us wait for the Man United team that will turn up. We don't know who will turn up. United has got a ball of consistency.
United team will always turn up. I'll see. You see, there are teams that when you talk about, when you start comparing City and United, City of 5 years ago and United that has been there, has won the league 14 times. It's just uncomfortable.
I'm analyzing based on what is happening now. What is happening now?
You compare City with
I'm not comparing history. We're not analyzing history. We're analyzing the teams right now. Man United are in a building process. It's history. That's about the Man United right now. Can we say the Man United team can make the top 4? We can beat our chest and say it. It's not against
on a good day, they can beat anything.
On a good day, are they consistent?
And we know the City antecedents, and that's why I don't like praising them. I won't praise the City until the 125 count charge. Until they can prove to us that the 125 count charge was not just washing money and buying players, putting up funds for the
You call it sport washing, they're winning trophies.
We didn't
they're winning trophies, like love it or hate it.
And some of those trophies, if they are found guilty, and that's why I'm waiting for this Everton judgment. This is Everton judgment. Don't laugh. The Everton judgment should really create an atmosphere. Are you getting me now for what is going to come?
I'm getting it.
Yes. So the Everton judgment is so key. Of what if the Everton judgment is upheld, that means what is coming to City is going to be very, very hard. That is what I think. I just think that the Premier League will want to set a standard with the Everton. But if Everton narrowly escape, maybe 2 points to 5 points was deducted, fine and good. Then we'll know what will also be coming to City as well. Because City, we've seen the documents. Most of us have read it. Are you getting it? It's all out there that there is dodginess in their accounting, and that is why they didn't even submit those this thing, their full accounting this thing.
Philip, you want to bring out the accountant in me. You know, there is tax evasion. You want to bring out the accountant in me, and now you finally got it out. There is tax evasion, there is tax avoidance. And what Master are telling you is that if you not evade tax,
this is not about tax. This is not about tax.
We know. They did not break the rule. No, they subvented the rule.
No, they did.
It's just like Chelsea right now. That's what the FA is saying. It's FA fault.
Just like the way the Juventus did. They submitted false inflated documents, and that is not football.
It is the FA word against theirs. Let's wait for the trial to be done. Don't forget. This issue was brought up before, and they won on appeal.
No.
They won on appeal. Remember?
They won on the appeal because they refused to submit the. So now they should submit those documents. Why were you running away? I
still start with the law
until when the judgments come out, and we'll find out what
exactly. You're not found guilty. You're not guilty until you're found guilty. So let's leave it like that. They're not found guilty yet.
Judgment is upheld. The City should prepare for the worst. That's just it.
I quite agree with you on that. But come on. Let's move on. Let's move on to Premier League. Let's move on.
And the hula baloo that is happening there. Let's leave them and focus on football. Okay, quickly let's look at. We've seen the fight for the top 4. I think it should be very, very easy for Aston Villa if they come to play at home, especially at home. They are very, 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 very,
very good at home. Very good at Villa Park. Absolutely, very good. And United lost only 3 times. So only 3 times all season. Yeah.
If you say for United, it's a potential banana peel, but United at Old Trafford, I think if they get the first goal,
they should get the job done.
They should get the job done. I don't think Fulham will have that chance to sneak in something. But also, Wolverhampton, Sheffield United, Wolf have been playing like a house on fire. So Wolves should get the
But
job
that's the
done.
battle of the middle table and the battle of the
Yes,
relegation.
relegation as well. Yeah.
A big loss for Sheffield. Sheffield need that 3 points. I don't know where they will get it from. I don't know how they'll go to the Molineux and get all 3 points, but they need all 3 points. They are really swimming badly. They look like they will return back from where they came.
Okay, and finally on Monday, on the Monday night fixtures, we have West Ham, a struggling David Moyes West Ham versus, I think they were drawn with Freiburg. Is it Freiburg in the Europa Cup?
In the World Cup, yeah.
Yeah,
Funny enough, the owners offered them David Moyes a contract extension, so they
exactly.
still believe in the man.
So
Absolutely. So
you have to compensate the man. You have to compensate him.
they believe in the process.
In how many years
Their first trophy, yeah, in the Conference League.
yeah, so I think you have
Yeah.
to believe in the man. So West Ham we host Brentford on Monday. Brentford,
That's a tough game, at the London
that's a tough
Stadium.
game. That's a tough
Brentford,
game. That's
Brentford has got a goal scorer, a guy that can bet that he would score. I don't know about the goal score line. I don't know if Anthony would score. He's got that knack of getting the ball in the back of the net.
yeah.
What a player! 4 goals in 4 since his return. He could have been worse if he took his chance against Man City. So
Exactly.
kudos to that boy. I think it's
Yeah.
good. No, I think no player is better than the club, but I think right now it should be fishing on higher waters.
Exactly.
That's my opinion for everything.
So and the last match in the Premier League, which all of us will be looking at, is the EFL Cup between Liverpool and Chelsea. Will Pochettino win his first trophy in England, or
We'll wait and see.
will the club win his last trophy in England? So we have to wait and see. But
It's not the last two. There's
should
two
be.
Premier League. There's still that cup, FA Cup.
I
It's
hope
not
so,
last,
but
yeah.
I just think he's gonna win one. So that's what I think. He's gonna win one. He's gonna win one. If you tell me he's gonna win one, so it will be too much to ask for that Liverpool side that has been bustled and hot with a lot of injuries. So we don't know, but they still have their talisman Mo Salah. So I think he could.
Come on.
Yeah.
With Salah, everything is possible.
Exactly. So that is that for the Premier League. So quickly, let's move on to. Let's move on to the coming. Oh, it seems. Okay, let's move on to the La Liga. I don't have the La Liga's fixture here, but okay, let's leave it. Let's look at the German Bundesliga. Then we'll come back to the La Liga. Okay.
Yeah.
So there've been rumors that Xavi Alonso, we've seen it flying on the social media.
We'll take over. Yeah.
From the almost outgoing Thomas Tuchel, almost outgoing, I call it, because
officially confirmed outgoing.
So because I think that Bayern Munich knows that with the way these guys are playing like a house on fire, they can't. I don't think they can overturn this 8 point that they have between them.
Never say never. What the Bundesliga team? Never say never. I don't want to count the egg onto his heart. It's not the Bundesliga. Don't count the egg onto his heart.
These guys are playing like a house on fire.
Not only as a house on fire, they're playing like demigods on earth. This is almost February, right? It's going to March, and they have not lost a single game in all competition. This team plays in the Europa League. They play in the FA Cup. They play in the FA Cup. They play in their league, and they have not lost a single game. See, winning is contagious, and I see this a lot of times. As much as possible, just try and win a game. It helps to boost the psyche.
How contagious it is.
It is. It gives this push it gives you. Winning makes you want to win again, and that's how winning is. It's into with life, with success. They play the best brand of football in Germany. They practically tore Bayern Munich apart. Neuer even said, when I say the better team won, that they have played the game again, they would have still lost. This was a Bayern Munich legend saying this thing. He understood that they were well tarnished.
They were beaten.
And that is why they had to tell Tuchel, please, we can't fire you, but let's agree have a mutual understanding that you leave at the end of the season. Because you have seen that they smelt the coffin. But I think right now a step ahead of them, even though I don't think it will happen next season, because why? They will lose most of those players either to Bayern Munich or to, as usual, but we go and do a shopping spree in Bayern Leverkusen, pick their best players, and then the rest will go abroad, and then it will now become a Bayern Munich show. That is how they have
Yeah,
been running the
we
show
saw that happen. We saw that happen in the 2001.
with Dortmund.
No, we also
It
saw it
happened
happen
with
with Leverkusen as well. Remember the Leverkusen side that went to
exactly.
the final of the Champions League against Real Madrid
Yeah,
when one of the
they
greatest
got
goals that
Kisling,
was
they got all the top players.
they had Balak in that team. They had Zio Roberto. They
Yes,
had some really good Ramadel in that
they
team. There's
went
some
they, they
really good
went
players in that
scouting.
team.
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, we all know what happened at the end of the day.
So for me, Bayern Munich, for them, I think they're really looking towards the plan of next season. Like you said, they're looking at Jabi Alonso, looking at returning back Hansi Flick, the man who left them, not because he was fired, just left them to take up the job as the manager of the German league, German national team. Though it didn't work out for him. So,
Yeah.
but see, what I love about the Bayern Munich is that they will fight to the end. They won't say, "Oh, 8 points clear, it's done and dusted." They will fight to the end. They will give you their best shot. They will give it all. They will fight. They will play their best game. They will come out. They
Yeah.
will turn up in their numbers. They will play their football. They will win games. I can assure you that they would win games, and we'll see where it goes from here. But right now, it looks like one team is going to be winning the title. And one team also, we're not even looking about a certain Dortmund team that is flattering to deceive. I think it's
Yeah.
Dortmund are gradually turning to back where they were before club picked them up because they're not convincing. We saw them in the Champions League. They went to
Yeah.
PSG and they couldn't even hit their stride against PSG. Then is it Man City or is it Bayern Munich that they will beat? It's sad how Dortmund has gotten this low. Really sad. Really sad.
It's hard. It's hard. Okay, I think from the German Bundesliga, live score from the German Bundesliga, I think Leverkusen are currently, because it's a match that is being played now. They are being
Yeah.
held. They are being held by Mainz 1-1 at home. Leverkusen have been held one, and it's 61 minutes played. The first there was a first half goal scored by Goretzka. It's Skrima scored by Goretzka in the 3 minutes.
Jaka.
And
Yeah.
then Dominic Coho in the 7 minutes equalized immediately. So it's still 61 minutes play with 30 minutes to go. So there's room for.
Who are the king of the late comeback?
We know
The
them.
king of the late comeback in Bundesliga is Leverkusen. They don't
Yeah.
have to score the 90 minutes goals. Come on. I don't fear for them. I think what Jabi Alonso told them is no matter what the scoreline is, keep playing your game. Keep keep your head low, keep playing your stuff. The
Yeah.
goal would come and it has always come for them. So I'm not scared. It's 30 minutes. There's a lot of football to be played, man. Especially at the Bay Arena in front of their home fans.
Exactly. So Bochum will take a lot of confidence that of the win they got last week against Bayern Munich
Yeah.
through Borussia Dortmund. That's also another slaughterhouse again. Also for Dortmund, if they could take advantage of it. But like you said, this Dortmund side, they flatter to deceive. We'll see what will happen in that match. Then the FC Cologne will also travel to Stuttgart. Union Berlin will welcome Heidenheim. Then Werder Bremen we host Darmstadt. Bayern Munich will be at home to RB Leipzig. Another tricky match for them as well. If they are not in their A game,
Yeah.
this Leipzig side will fry them. I just think. Eintracht Frankfurt on Sunday will host Wolfsburg. Then on
Yeah.
let me see. I have sorry. Borussia Mönchengladbach will play against Bochum. Yes, we'll host Bochum. Sorry.
Bochum,
Then
yeah.
Dortmund,
Yeah.
yes, Borussia Dortmund will be at home to Hoffenheim. Then Augsburg will
Yeah.
host Freiburg. So that's the fixtures. I think this should be for the top boys. Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, even the Leverkusen that are playing now should be able to
Yeah.
get a win in this match.
Get all 3 points. But
Get all
I think Bayern away, right? I think they're going away to this. Come on, the Alliance Arena. We expect just one thing. They should be winning. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of talk about Thomas Tuchel and his boys, at least for the sake of their sanity and at least to take the press off their back. Try to get a victory. I hope anything less than a victory, they may not wait to the end of the season to let Tuchel leave. I can assure you that.
Exactly, just to avoid damage, just to avoid a lot of damage. So if Tuchel continues in this informed way he's been taking the side, I just think that he will just be relieved of his job at the end of the day. Somebody will
He
be
did
named
not try. Tuchel should be fired. I think I have no pity for Tuchel. With the
I
issue
have
with
also,
Sadio Mane,
I also have no pity for him.
Sadio
Leaving
Mane,
out
they were playing
Sadio
so well with
Mane.
Sadio Mane. He
Look at
forced him out, got in Leroy Sané.
is it,
Leroy Sané
is
now
it
can't even start games.
and that is
This
why
is
you
what it
need your
is.
top players. That's why you need your top players to be there for you.
Absolutely.
Sadio Mane,
Absolutely.
Sadio
It,
Mane
it,
has a reason why he had that altercation. I think that story we know about what really happened in that story. So, but
yeah.
um,
That's why what they said.
and
Sadio Mane was scoring goals and they won the league
not
last
also
season.
not also Sadio Mane. This 29 years old German midfielder, what's
Joshua
his name?
Kimmich.
Joshua Kim is a very good player you need in your team. And
Exactly.
for me, it was a short.
He said he said he wants a defensive midfielder, a proper I call his word proper. So Kimmich is not a defensive midfielder. He wants a proper defensive midfielder. Come on, man. And Kimmich was about leaving this summer, but I think with the news of Protocol leaving, you will have a rethink.
Yeah, he should. He should. At the end of the day, he should have a rating. Okay, from the Bundesliga, we go quickly to the Spanish La Liga. Quickly, I think time well spent. We go to the Spanish. The big match for this weekend. I look at all the matches. I see Real Sociedad, Villarreal, Granada, Valencia, Barcelona, Getafe. Alves, Deportivo Alves versus Mallorca, Almeria versus Atletico Madrid, a tricky one too. Then on Sunday you have Cadiz will host Celta Vigo. Betis will be at home hosting. Betis should be at home with Atletico Bilbao. Las Palmas versus Osasuna, Real Madrid versus Sevilla, and Girona versus Real Valladolid. I know the top match this weekend, but what's the top match in this fixture in Spain?
I think for me it's the Barcelona versus Getafe game. Barcelona, we all know, they were given a lifeline last weekend when Madrid played a 1-0 draw in that game against Rayo Vallecano, and so they want to respond. Keep the pressure on. 6 points is doable. Don't forget they will still have to meet each other again later on this season. Even though I think Madrid will still come out them when they meet, but let them. There's nothing like you not believe me. So they want to play against Getafe. They're playing at the Luis Campagna Stadium. Coming from that 1-0 draw against Napoli, they want to right the wrongs, and get themselves back on track. I think for Xavi, it's about ending on a high. Announced he's leaving.
He feels that it's 8 points between the side.
Yeah, exactly.
And they have to. Barcelona have to go over Girona. They have to go over Girona, who are leading them by 2 points.
Girona at 2 points. Yeah.
Yes,
Girona lost last weekend, but Madrid drew 1-1. Yeah, yes, exactly. So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Madrid have 6 points off Girona, 8 points off Barcelona. So there's a lot of football to play. Like I said, but it's about speed pace. At least getting to the second place and getting Champions League football.
Exactly. A slip from Madrid will give Barcelona more.
Could cut the gap.
I also don't think because players in Madrid are started coming back gradually, but I also don't think Madrid.
Barcelona. We heard that Thibaut Courtois is back in training. Shockingly, but we heard the coach said he's not rushing him back. They like to return in April, but he's back in full training already. Yeah.
So I think Barcelona still don't have the team to mount a title challenge this season, except something happened along the line. Maybe the Madrid team we've seen all season
firing. They capitulate exactly. They capitulate. Yes.
That means they collapse entirely, and Barcelona can.
Barcelona won the league last season now, and that was the worst Madrid team I've seen in my life. If Barcelona did not win that league, I wonder which league they would have won. That's the worst. It's not the worst
Madrid team last season were struggling left, right, and center. Yeah, they struggled, but it is what it is in football.
Yeah.
So I think Madrid should also take care. Let's see. Madrid will play Sevilla at home.
Sevilla. Don't forget, return for Sergio Ramos since he departed the club 4 years ago. He's not been back here since 4 years he left. It's going to be. I think he's going to take that game personal. He's playing at the Santiago for the very first time as a Sevilla player, not as a Madrid player.
Yes,
I want to see how you take it.
From Sevilla
exactly.
to Madrid.
Exactly. I want to see how you take it.
Yeah, again. So
Yeah.
um,
I want to say I will take it. That's a match for me.
we
That's a
shouldn't
big
go
game.
there.
I know it's on paper, Madrid are
Yeah,
the favourites, but the fact that Ramos is returning, if it adds an extra spice to that game.
yeah, but I just think. Oh, currently, Sociedad are trailing by a lone goal against Villarreal. They are at home trailing by a lone goal against Villarreal. Sociedad have to win this match, because if they don't, I think much more pressure will be piled upon them, because they will be playing PSG in the UEFA Champions League. So they have to win this match at home for them to get more confidence going forward. Okay,
Absolutely.
from the Spanish La Liga, we move to the Italian Serie A, which I want us to talk about also. Are Inter running away with the Scudetto already, before the league?
Obviously, there's only one time, one horse race. The
Oh,
clear rival
really?
to them, which AC Milan, which will be giving them the chase, is firmly lost 4 to Monza last weekend. Juventus are dropping points with reckless abandon. I don't think Juventus are punching far above their weight. Juventus are punching far
No,
above their weight. I
they are
don't think.
not. They are not.
Some, do,
They are
do
not
you think they?
punching.
Do
They
you
are
think
not
they will be
punching
free? They
far
will be
above their
second by
weight.
this time.
If
Do
you say
you think they will be second
if you say no,
by
no, I
this
think they
time
will be
at,
second,
at
because
the end of the season?
yes, because I think they have a manager that has been there. You have a manager that has been there, but you don't have the team at the
The
moment.
quality,
The quality of the
exactly. They don't
players.
have the team,
You're not
so it
punching.
is
You're not a
Allegri
team.
that is doing the job.
Yeah, when you say
It's Allegri's work.
a team, when you say a team that the Juventus are punching above their weight. I just say, if you call Torino, if Torino were in that position, they should. But Juventus have been there. 10 league
It's
titles,
just
10
the
league titles.
history, my brother. It's just
Listen,
history.
for
The
a team
quality
to win,
is history.
for a
It's
team
the
to win,
history. When last
for a team
Juventus,
to win,
when last was Juventus in the top three?
yeah,
It's
but
history.
for
I
a
know you
team,
want to go back to history, but it
let's
just
go back
I
to
think
history.
the Allegri magic.
But no,
It's the Allegri magic for me.
for a team like Juventus to win nine league titles in a state, they can't punch below their weight. They have the
Yeah,
money, but things are not just clicking well for the team. I think
those were the days of the Cellinis, the Bazaglis, the Bonucci's. Times have changed. Now we look at their backline. They have Danilo.
no, when the Chiellini stopped playing football, when did Bazzagli stop playing football? When did
Four,
what's his
five
name?
years ago.
No, not 4 5 years ago. When was the Euro played?
Four. No, I'm
When
talking
was
about
the
for
Euro
12. They
played?
had left now, but they had left at some point.
Oh,
They've
yes,
gone to
yes,
the
they left.
MLS. You know,
Yes,
like,
they went to the
yeah,
MLS. They went to
now.
the MLS after the Euros. After the Euros. So
Exactly.
that's it.
So it is what it is.
No, it is what it is. So let's
But
move on.
but see, we need to give before we go quickly. I think I need to give also. There was also a change of manager for Napoli. Walter
Yeah.
Mazzari
No,
was
talking about
fired
Napoli.
for the
We're talking about
international
Napoli.
game.
I want to ask you
Exactly,
something about
exactly.
Napoli. So Napoli, what really happened with Napoli? We saw a team
The
that
top,
was firing for more cylinders. Hold on. We saw a team that was firing for more cylinders last season. By this time last season, they had 58
they were
goals.
champions.
Yes, they were
Exactly.
champions almost. They had 58 goals and they've accumulated almost 52 points by this time. Nobody came close to them. And it was this weekend or a weekend before that they thumped Juventus 5-1 in that
Yeah.
encounter. So I think that they something really happened. Yes, Spalletti went on a sabbatical because he saw that there was no future, or they saw the big
He
picture.
saw doomsday. He saw
Yes, the big
doomsday.
picture on the world. So
He
he
saw doomsday.
went.
Yes, he saw
I just
doomsday
think
too
that
early.
could have stayed. He could have stayed and continued with the team. It's a team that he built, so
He,
you understand that too.
he wanted time with his family. Allow the man to have his time out with his family. Man does not
Then
live by work alone.
Rudy Garcia came into that team and only won. And in 16 matches, he won how many games? Just a few. Then one of one of Italian greatest managers, I cannot call him. Sorry, Walter Massari. He also came in, their former manager as well. But Walter couldn't really save them. He went back to his old days of 4-4-2, and
The three man
things really
defense. No, we want the 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. What is he thinking in 2024?
If I was Napoli, do you know who I will bring to that team?
Who?
You will not.
Mourinho.
It's an Italian manager that has won the Premier League.
Italian manager.
Has won the Premier League.
Italian manager is Ancelotti.
Only two Italian managers have won the Premier League.
Okay, Roberto Mancini. Roberto Mancini.
Three Italian managers have won the Premier League. One
Yeah,
run with
Roberto Ancelotti and who?
two runs with Chelsea, Antonio Conte. I will bring him to that team.
Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte. See, the problem with Napoli is simple. I'm gonna be sincere with you. A coach had created a team that was unplayable with an attacking brand of football, one of the best in Europe I've seen in a very long time. And then he tells you he's leaving for a sabbatical. He wants time out with his family. And then you get a manager who came in and instead of continuing with the project, scattered the whole building. I think he wanted to build. He doesn't want a three-story building. He wants to build a bungalow. It doesn't work that way.
Managers are so. We saw what happened to David Moyes in United. He just a dynasty was given to him. That dynasty was given to him, and he just came in, rip off the backroom staff, rip off the people behind, and he wants to build his own. That is not the way to do it as a manager. If you want to build your own way of playing, first of all, start with what you have on ground. Start with what you have.
I think exactly. My best of coaching is this, Philip. You know me. Is what play to the strength of the players that you have. Yeah. And the more you are bringing the players you like, you start changing gradually. When you bring them in, you change. But if you don't have it, play to the strength. As much as you know how much I rate Pesero, you know my take on Pesero, and how much I don't see him eye to eye. I don't think even when I see him instead, I don't even look at him eyeball to eyeball. But I respected him because you know why? He played to the strength of what he had. Call it boring Super Eagles. Call it negative. He got a silver medal. When last Rubin got a silver medal? Over 10 years ago. So that's what I put what I was trying to do. Play with your 4-3-3 and then gradually ease to your style. No, Rudy Garcia came in, started very well, and they wanted to change. He capitulated. But Mazari came in and then scattered the whole building. What is a three-man defense? And you don't have King Yubi again.
Absolutely rubbish. It's BS from him actually.
Absolutely gibberish. That's the right word. Gibberish. Absolute gibberish. And then you ended up now playing pragmatic, negative football, losing 8 matches in 24 games, and then you are hitting the blame on Osimhen, which at the half considered it was available for his age. He said if Osimhen was available, he would have not been sacked. Boy, your style was not working. Napoli already see. They said my mom will tell you that when you give a young man oil in his mouth, he tastes it. He want to eat the food. You understand? You cannot give Napoli good football last season, and then all of a sudden, because of your style of play, just change it overnight. They will ask questions. They will ask you, is this not the same player that Spalletti used to get to the quarterfinal of the Champions League first time in their history and win the Scudetto? It's not the same players. So how did they become so bad? It is the coaching. I think they've done the needful. They've got the national team coach of Slovakia, Calzona, to take care of the team to the end of the season, up until they get a substantive coach. I think whatever they do with the coaching crew next will determine how well Napoli will stay in the league, because we know they will lose some key players. We didn't know they're going to lose Zielinski to Inter Milan. Osimhen will definitely not be in Napoli next season. So it depends on who they bring in right now. Exactly.
Even the Georgian player, Kvaratskhelia, will not be there.
I don't think he'll be in Napoli. So whoever is coming in is coming in to get them playing good football, but his transfer policy must be spot on. So they need to sit down. They have from now to to calculate who will be the right man to take over the helm of affairs. Because if they get it wrong now, Napoli will sink, and before they come back, it will be a very, very long time. Look at the likes of Roma as they sunk. They are struggling to get back to what they used to be. So it is do or die for Napoli now. They've been down the drain for a long time. They managed to get to the Scudetto. Whatever they do next, to try with their coaching crew, will determine whether they will stay in the forefront of Italian football. Because the last two coaches they got have been totally disastrous. Absolutely disastrous.
Yeah, disastrous. Okay, Napoli will be traveling to Cagliari over the weekend on Sunday. Inter, the runaway league champions,
winning that one.
Also, yeah, hopefully. Inter, the runaway league champions, should be away to Lecce. AC Milan hosts Atlanta, a very big, tough match, I would say. Roma, Torino.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
And I think currently in the Italian Serie A, Bologna. Do you know for the position they are? I think they are playing Verona now, 53 minutes played, and
Yeah,
Verona are losing that match against Bologna. Bologna, who
Bologna.
are top,
Yeah,
is it Bologna? Yes. No,
Bologna. Yeah,
Bologna. Yes,
Bologna. Bologna. Yeah,
Bologna are fourth in the Italian Serie A behind AC Milan.
yeah,
With just
yeah.
as they
They
are
can
winning
get
now,
Champions League football.
they can get with the way they are
They
playing
can get Champions League
like
football. They can.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's looking
So
like that even the guys, like I told you, like 15 Premier League can get Champions League football. If things go as the way UEFA is planning. So it looks
yeah,
like they could play Champions League football for the first time in their history. But it's still a long distance from now. But so far, I think
exactly.
Bologna are playing good football. They're playing great football. Don't forget that's the same club I think they got Marco Arnautovic from before he joined
No.
Inter Milan. So
Yeah, they were
is
having
it?
Macaroni
We have joined Inter
in their
Milan.
ranks before,
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
before he moved to
Exactly. Exactly.
okay,
Exactly.
Juventus on Sunday will play for Tononi, and Genoa will host on Saturday. Genoa will host Udinese.
Yeah.
Salatiana will play
Salintana.
Salitana.
Salintana. Salintana, yeah. Yeah.
For Swallow
My,
Empoli.
my focus in that Udinese game is keeper Maduko Okoye. He has kept 4 clean sheets in 7 games for Udinese. He seemed to, getting better with more game time at Udinese, and he could return back to Super Eagles. Who knows to take back his #1 position? But I tell you, the boy is improving. He got a clean sheet against Juventus. I think that's
Yeah.
the top of the grease or the icing on the cake since he started since he became the first choice goalkeeper at Udinese. And also this run continues for him because it's been a very bad 2.5 years for him since at
Yeah.
Watford struggling. But I think right now since I've gotten his mojo back, and that's what is good for Nigerian football. That I must point out.
There's also a new kid on the block, a new goalkeeper on the block also that has
Otto,
yes,
that does
yes,
change.
just
Otto,
change.
the
So
goalkeeper of Arsenal. Otto
yes,
Okonkwo.
a young lad. If properly nurtured
Yeah.
well, I think he
So
will do something.
maybe very soon, we issues have a team of the past. Amen. With the like of Otto Okonkwo, Maduko Okoye, and maybe Stanley Wabali. Sorry, Chief Stanley Wabali. He's now a titled man. Exactly.
Yeah, I think yesterday. I think we
Absolutely.
didn't
Yeah.
mention yesterday. Sorry, yesterday Torino lost at home to Lazio. So Lazio picked up 3 points yesterday.
Lazio 2 goals to 0.
Yeah,
Fantastic victory there by Lazio. Yeah.
Finally, let's go to the last league in Europe, which I think it's just a league we should that will be. Let me not use the word. Will not be relevant if Kylian Mbappe leaves. Somebody has to step up in that league to
They'll
be the
find
shining.
someone.
You have to get
They
someone.
have to find someone from France. Maybe it's gonna be Colomwani.
Probably. So
Yeah.
we know that Kylian Mbappe have signed a 4 years deal with Madrid already. And will be aiming close
Yeah.
to
5 year they were.
we'll be aiming close to 15 million pounds annually, or more than that annually. So we know that deal is there. Plus some
It's any lesser
endorsements.
than what is aided at PSG. But the big deal
Yes,
is that he has 80% of his image rights than 50
exactly.
what he got the PSG.
Yes,
So they are using other ways to pay him off.
yes, exactly. So that's just it. We know that this is happening in football.
Yeah.
Men's will play Lyon today. I think they are currently playing now. So let's check that match and let's
Yeah.
people what men's are playing in the French League on. But so how do you rate the French League on with respect to what you've seen so far in that league?
I think it's a PSG and others.
That match is
There were times that
that match is
is
1-1.
that okay?
One apiece.
Yeah.
Guess who scored for Lyon, please?
Well, Alexander Lacazette.
That's your man.
Am I not right?
That's your man.
Come on, everybody. He has to be the man. He has to be the man. He's been their go-to man for goals, especially in Lyon. But I think apart from Paris Saint-Germain, I think in the Ligue 1, they all seem to be of the same quality. I think PSG have cheated that league for so long a time. When Monaco the last one to win the league, apart from Paris Saint-Germain, was Monaco. When they won the league, they went on a raid, got Kylian Mbappe. That was when Bernardo Silva, Bakayoko, all the top players had left, for that greener pastures, and then PSG returned back to their crown, their throne. And since then, nobody has displaced them off that position. For me, I think all the teams are very good. Aubameyang just at midweek became the top scorer in Europa League history with 31 goals. They played for Olympique de Marseille. They have players who have played in the Premier League before, like Matteo Guendouzi. Lyon too has got Lacazette. They've got some players also who are on loan from Nottingham Forest. Ejore I just joined. So it tells you that the league, Yakiti and the rest of them, they've got some good players in the league, but because of the quality that this Paris Saint-Germain team oozes, they seem to be
Yeah.
different, and that's why I think they're 11 points club. Or every other team. If you look at it from second to third to fourth, it's very slim
Oh,
because
very close.
everybody seems
Very
to be at
tight.
that
Yeah.
exactly. But Paris Saint-Germain have taken the lead to a different level where they've blown teams away. Imagine a team that has the likes of Marco Asensio sitting on the bench. You have Colomboani, you have Kylian Mbappe, you have Goncalo Ramos, you have look at the quality, the order of stars, Some of the big names can't even get into Danilo can't even get into the team, These are the questions as a point they have 4 or 5 world-class goalkeepers in that same team, and only one can keep in a match day. They still have Sergio Rico, who is still recovering from the accident he had earlier on. So it's a quality team. The quality of the team is deafening, is bigger than what you can see. And I must give kudos to shout out to Paris Saint-Germain for how well they. But I think what the big news is that they are now evolving from being the Galacticos. You get? They want to then build a younger team. They were easily facing out the likes of Neymar Jr. to Saudi Arabia, Lionel Messi to USA. Mbappe will join them this season, and now you have a young players like Zaire Emery, like Colomboani, like quality young players. Gianluca Donnarumma, Marco Asensio, younger players. Gradually getting away from Goncalo Ramos, the guy who scored a hat-trick for Portugal at the World Cup. They're easily going away from that Galacticos and getting young players to grow. Maybe they've tried the Galacticos style, it's not working. It has failed them to win the Champions League.
The Galacticos style. The Galacticos style.
So let us see whether they can do
it's attracting. It's attractive to only one club, in the world. So, and even that one club, don't even.
They're evolving too.
Now they don't believe in it.
They don't do anymore.
Yes.
Anymore. Look at the young boys there. Rodrigo, Vinicius, Valverde, Tchouameni, Camavinga.
Yes.
Even
when they won
young
the Champions
boys
League 3 times in a row, when they won the league 3 times in a row, they had different flavors, different characters of players.
Experience youth, academy, a mixture of everything. Yeah. So it is what it is, my brother. So they're evolving. Football is evolving. I know we love to have so many big names, but it's like you say, there's too many hands for size soup. They spoil soup. And that's what happens at Paris. Exactly. So PSG, I want to evolve and get younger players. I think let's see how it happens work for them next season when the Papi finally leave. I know he usually leave. And I know the president of the country and the president of the league will surely want to get a marquee signing to replace him. Who that marquee signing will be? Here is Victor Osimhen. We'll wait and see. But wait and see how things come out to that.
We also heard that it's Marcus Rashford as well. So different names are coming up left, right, center. That PSG want to splash the cash on.
They want to get a new page. See, every league has their page boys. The Premier League has their page boys. And Marcus Rashford is struggling for game time. Man United is playing now more like a big part player because of the emergence of Rasmus Højlund. So they have to find a page boy somewhere, somehow, from someplace. I don't know. Maybe it's Victor Osimhen. Who knows?
They have to. Okay, guys. The sport bishop. Time is not on our side. We are coming towards the business end of the show. When you look at the Premier League, what's your prediction between us? That's the top match we have. We'll just take one match in each of the league.
Okay.
Arsenal, Newcastle. Scoreline, please.
3-1 Arsenal. Arsenal should get the 3 points in the bag. No jokes about it. I think they'll bounce back from that shocker from the Champions League. And they'll put Newcastle to the sword at the Emirates.
Okay, 3-1 Arsenal. Okay, in the Spanish La Liga, I will take 2 matches: Real Madrid, Sevilla, Barcelona, Getafe.
Real Madrid will get a victory. I think they'll get that. They'll get a 3-0 victory. Real Madrid. They should get that winning. Barcelona should just edge past Getafe. Not convincing, and I've never been 2-1 victory for Barcelona as well at the Luis Campagna in Barcelona.
Okay, in the French League on, what do you think between Paris Saint-Germain at home with AC Milan conquerors Rennes?
Paris Saint-Germain will win 3-1. Mbappe to score, and surely he would. Come on, Rene can't stop. Rene can't stop. Not Paris Saint-Germain. Absolutely not Paris Saint-Germain.
Okay. Then in the German Bundesliga, so let's check the final score. Let's see if we have the final score in the German Bundesliga quickly for you guys. Let's see what has happened between like we also always say, the 68 minutes Leverkusen double their league. Robert Adrena scored that goal for them in the 68 minutes. The match is still on up to now with barely 2 minutes to go into regular from regular time, and we'll find out what happened. And also, I think I might have gotten a red card too. Also, I think a red card will be shown to Jesse Ninkama. So mice have gotten a red card too.
Sefini, it's over.
Like we always say, yeah, that should be over. That should be done and dusted.
Yeah.
The match between Bologna and Hellas Verona is still there. 1-0 to Bologna. I think Bologna should be able to script that in at the end of the day. They are playing well. They have the players. They have the structure, and hopefully they should be able to nail that in the coffin at the end of the day. So
absolutely.
The match between Atlanta and AC Milan. What's your take? What's your prediction for that?
I say a 2-2 draw.
Okay.
AC Milan would huff and puff, but Atlanta would also give a good fight at home. So 2-2 draw. That would be a 2-2 draw. It would be a score draw.
Okay, between the champions, between the league leaders, not the champions. Sorry, between the league leaders and Elche.
There's only one way traffic, my man. Can I say a 4-0 victory? Lautaro Martinez on the score sheet again. Maybe I'm not sure twice, but come on. It should be scoring twice against Lecce. Yeah, 4-0. Inter Milan Lautaro to score twice.
Okay. So guys, our predictions are done for the league. So kindly, our time is quite well spent on this show with the Sport Bishop.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for availing yourself for us once more on Fancy Football for the top 5. We'll look at the review on Monday, hopefully, to see who and who came out on top on this show. For us and on Fancy Football, we will always bring you the best, and this is the best of the best that you can ever get in terms of European football show on YouTube. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on Monday where we'll talk about the result. We'll look at the review of the leagues itself.
Yeah.
For those people watching us out there, kindly subscribe to Fancy Football, and don't fail to hit the notification button when we go live, so that
absolutely.
Like I always say, gracias for watching this show, and hopefully we will keep bringing you more and more this. And also, I know we are working on a documentary we're working on documentaries of players, on some players right now. We'll look at how we can 2 documentaries every month, hopefully, for players that you know them, but you don't really know some things about them. So we're working on it, and you have the opportunity to watch them or watch the documentaries as well. Thank you so much, guys, and like I always say, gracias, and we'll see you in our next show.
Cheers. Thank you very much.